Hey there, Citizens Pally here, and welcome back. It's time for probably a shorter video here today. 3.5. It's live, and it's not very good. Man, it's been a long week. Been working. You guys don't care, but yeah, it's been a busy work week. Next week, working, looking just as busy. 3.5 went live. I was looking forward to sitting down, messing with it this weekend. I jumped on it for 30 minutes, 20 minutes yesterday when the patch actually dropped. Tried it again this afternoon, Friday afternoon. And the patch, honestly, in many ways, it's a step back from some of the earlier PTU patches. The only thing I can think of is it was pushed out now because they seem to have some type of Halloween event maybe going on. Like there's hidden items around, eggs or something that they're going to want. Halloween. Easter. Entirely opposite holidays, different sides of the calendar and everything, but you get the idea. There's an Easter event, I was thinking chocolate and stuff is what I was thinking there, going on for finding eggs and stuff. And that's the only thing I can think is that was baked into the 3.5 builds and not the 3.4 builds, so they had to push it to do this event. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because this build, there's playable elements to it. The flying is fine. The auto gimbal system is fine. The new flight mechanics are working. You can travel to Area 18, but it's got a lot of just little problems that are really going to keep me from playing it much unless they get it fixed up over the weekend, heading into next week. For example, the inventory system is, the mobiGlas in general is very laggy. To the point where there's a few times where I thought it wasn't going to work, but you'll open your personal inventory to change your armor or whatever, and you gotta wait 20-ish seconds for it to populate. It's just a blank menu there. Similar with the shopping kiosks. Yesterday, the shopping kiosks didn't work at all. They had no inventory. The walls were barren. There was no armor. You couldn't buy ship weapons. Nothing. All of that was busted. Today, that stuff's in, but the terminals themselves, again, similar to the mobiGlas, they take like 15-20 seconds to get into, which isn't the end of the world, but it is a nuisance. More beyond that though, like quest markers, mission markers, they kind of just randomly disappear and then you can't find them. I spent 15 minutes. I'm trying to progress the bounty hunting missions. So the more bounties you do, they progress up. So the first one is like worth 5,000 credits, then 6,000 credits, then 8,000 credits, and they continue on. I don't know where they max out at, but if you do them, they could be quick, easy way to make money. So I was trying to progress them. So I got to the second one, and it sent me out around the moon that Levski's on, Delamar, whatever it is. In the all the rocks out around it, not really. It's an asteroid field, but not an asteroid belt. And I could see on my map, or in my map, I could see the icon of where I was supposed to go, but I was getting no hood icons, and it wouldn't tell me what it was near. Like I didn't know, was it orbital marker 3, 5, was it near an orbital marker? I ended up flying around for 20 minutes, basically looking at my little dotted line down to the moon, trying to follow that to see if I got to it. And eventually I did get to it and do it, but it was just very annoying. There's been server disconnects. Load times have gone nuts. This is a problem I did not have with the previous builds. None of the PTU builds did this, but sometimes just to launch the client takes upwards of 90 seconds, where normally it's 12, 15. And then sometimes going from the main menu into the game takes 2 or 3 minutes. Oddly enough, other times it takes a standard 15-ish seconds. So the only thing I can assume is it's something server side. Everything seems to be server side, like the servers just start chugging, they're overloading. I imagine that's what populates your shop menus and stuff. When you open your mobiGlas, it's probably the server pulling the database to say what items do you have and stuff. And somewhere in there, something's just really chugging down. And it makes it it's making it hard to play it in a way of progressing. If you've not jumped in yet and you want to go see Area 18, wander around Area 18, just take in the sights, you can do that. If you want to, maybe if you have a 300, you want to take the 300 out, you can do that. But if you want to say, okay, we got a new patch, time to start earning some money, start working through those ranks and everything to maybe buy some goodies and stuff, that's really, really difficult right now. And it's so annoying because it wasn't that difficult in the other patches. The PTU patches were, they definitely had their issues, but they, for the most part, worked better than this one. Yeah, it's just a little frustrating. We're now, what is it? It's the 19th. So we missed the patch date by at least 19 days. Well, 18 days because it came out yesterday. And then the one that they did drop, it feels like they dropped it for a reason other than it being ready. You know, if they waited 18 days to get the patch ready and right, it's definitely not there. If they were going to do this, if they were going to drop the patch like this, what they should have just done is back on the 1st, said, here's the patch, we're going to put it live, and we're going to iterate it as we go. You know, they should have just done that rather than have, I guess they did give everyone PTU access, but some people don't want to download a second client, and they're not going to wait for that. So just put it live. You know, everyone's had 3 months to play 3.4. Go ahead, put it live and iterate on it there, and that would have made a little more sense to me. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm a little annoyed, a little frustrated. I'm also a little annoyed. Just a minor gripe here, I do the subscription thing. I pay in more so for the channel than anything else because it gives me 7 days with new ships that come available. So the 300i and the Reliant reworks, I should have access to those. I don't have access. I don't know if it's because they're reworks or whatever. They're not new releases. I don't actually have access to them. So it's making me like, they're not doing the Around the Verse videos. In fact, their video content has been complete crap. And I understand coming into the launch of a patch that maybe you don't want to do the big studio breakdowns. The studios are focused on developing the game. I get that. But the fact that we got, for the last 3 weeks, we've had a single video, the Reverse the Verse. And that's really all we're getting out of our subscription money we're putting into it. I'm not getting the 300i rework. I'm not getting the Reliant reworks or the Reliant variants. It's like, well, why am I giving you $20 a month? It doesn't make much sense. So I'm a little annoyed by that. Then I'm annoyed by the patch. I'm annoyed by work. So it's been all hammering. It's not bad. It's fun playable. Definitely, if you're going to go in and jump on it, and if you have not tried it on the PTU, give it a try. Make sure you delete your user folder. If you don't know, your user folder, that's where all your binds and your saves and your settings are. With the change to the flight model, they've completely reworked the keybinds and everything. There's been a lot of changes. So deleting your user folder inside the main install of Star Citizen, I'll show on the screen here my directory, but it's going to be like C program files, Robert Space Industries, Star Citizen Live, I think, and then users. But deleting that will delete all your key bindings and everything, but it'll help eliminate some conflicts. That'll make things run a little bit better. Other than that, let's see, anything else? Do go through and check the keybinds. A number of things have changed. For example, getting out of seats is no longer, what was it before? U? I don't remember. Now it's Y. They've changed it a bunch of times. So if you're sitting down in a seat, pressing Y gets out of the seats. Changing through the gimbal lock, the normal gimbal, and then the gimbal assist is the R key. The R key also, when you first get into a seat, so you're getting in your ship, getting ready to take off, R will ready everything up. It's the flight ready key. So you press it once when you first get in, the ship will turn on, come alive, and then you press it multiple times to cycle through the different gimbal assists. There's a space look back, like a reverse view, that's Z. Your space brake is your X. Other than that, it's mostly pretty normal. I do strongly recommend going into keybinds and binding something to the disable, what's it called? It's cruise control toggle is what it's called. And that'll allow you, if rather than rolling your mouse wheel all over the place, you just, I want to go full speed. You hit that toggle, boom, you're at full speed. You hit it again, you're back down at your combat maneuvering speed, and so on. So those are kind of my recommendations. There is, if you want to experience it, jump in. But I am frustrated by this patch. I was hoping over the weekend we got some severe weather coming through, so if I had power, I was going to try and record 3 or 4 videos to release over the next 10-15 days, but with this current build, I don't know if that's really doable. Alright guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Am I just being overly negative? Has the work week worn me down? Did I drink maybe a little too much scotch before recording this? Scotch. Burns so good. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until next time, this has been Paller. Thanks for watching.